Okay, here is my sketching for my .com. So I just grabbed scrap paper and I just boxed it out. You can see that I don't really have like super big details. Like I know where I want to put my header. I knew where I wanted my menu to be based off of the research I did on other websites. I wanted to have my headshot visible, and I always like to have photos on the left hand side, even when I blogged. That's what I did. I'm not sure. Then I have like my small little bio in here, which is basically like, hey, I'm Alicia. I like to write about X, Y, and Z. I love my cats, and I have a crazy kid. And then later I have a bigger bio on my about page. And I don't think I have this out on my website yet, but I am going to do a call out for my books that are currently out and available. This is my debut. My code name for it is SFLN, but its real name is Scavenger Night. And that's going to have a link to the actual page to get it. And this here, COVID, this is my reader magnet for my nonfiction that will push the reader over to sign up to get it. And then down here, I'm going to have notice for sign up for my newsletter, and I'm going to have links to my socials. And the header and the footer will be on every single page and will look the same. Same with my image at the top. Here I have my menu list of what I want on my menu and how I want it broken down. Some stuff I'm still not sure about. Flippin' Girl's my nonfiction brand. I do have a .com for that, but it's not set up. And I have where I want to keep things, and some things, as you can see, I'm still not too sure. Do I want to keep my blog visible? I just did decide I do. I just haven't linked it yet, I don't believe, at this time. I have to set up my bookshop link so that way people can go through an indie to order books. Here's my about page. So I broke it down from my menu and then went through it. So I'm going to have another headshot and extended bio, and that information I'm pulling from my author statement I have in my business plan. If you do not have one, I do recommend that you do get one. And again, my links to my socials and whatnot. Here is for my website. This would be my books page. I put up everything on a grid that I want to put on currently, that's currently in progress in some shape or form. Again, SFLN, Scavenger Night, that is available for sale currently. My COVID piece is my reader magnet for my nonfiction brand. That is going to be available if you give out your email address. Then I have 2 more nonfiction titles coming out, draft to pub rather, for self-publishing, and the Flippin' Girls Guide to NaNoWriMo Success. I'm working on a reader magnet or extra for Scavenger Night. And then I have my contemporary fantasy series that I'm working on. The first book is ready to go. I'm just working on my second too before I push it out and release it. It's called Phoenix Rising, and it's amazing. Again, notes, footer, and sign up in my socials. I put a note on the floaty that I have notes on the back. And so this is how I want the notes for the book page to look. So ultimately what's going to happen is if you click each of those book covers, it's going to bring you to a different page that talks about it. I have notes on how I want it to look, which it may not happen right away because I'm still learning how to navigate WordPress. And then I have how I want it to look, each individual product page to look. I want to have a cover, the blurb, any quotes from reviews or testimonials if it's my nonfiction, And then the purchase links, which would be Amazon, Bookshop, Barnes and Noble, all the usual people. And then I'm going to have, for my website, because I am going to have some items that you can purchase outside of books, like courses and stuff. I going to have to create a coming soon graphic because it's not set up yet. And I'm going to have the link to my books here, my bookshop here, where you could purchase my titles as well as other titles that I enjoy. And I'm going to have merchandise for books. Eventually there'll be an Etsy shop. Writer's Loft is a community I'm involved with, and so they do have a shop for some merchandise, so I will link that as well. And then this is how I want my blog main page to be set up. I imported it in from Blogger, so I have to do some wiggle room and kind of retweak a few things. And again, I have notes on the back that lay out what, my thoughts. Am I taking everything over? Am I only taking over certain things? And I didn't like things I need to research. I used to be a very prolific blogger, but I haven't been in years because of life. I had lost my job and I had to focus all my time on finding work, and then I had a job where I couldn't do anything, and by the time I was ready to get back into it, wasn't as hot anymore. So I need to work on that. And here is my contact form for my website. So you would everyone would just fill out the information. It will get pushed over to my email address for me to answer. That form is set up, I believe. And then my resources and goodies, which is going to be like an email list subscriber perk, because it is going to be password protected. I will have a couple of things that are free without sign up, but the majority of the content will be password protected for people who sign up for my mailing list. And that will be some, deleted scenes, exclusives, first look at chapters, perhaps, fun downloadable content, things of that nature. And oh look, notes on the back. And then just brainstorm on what I want to include: playlists, printables, and then I have to see what other common things are included. Since I look at a lot of blogs that oddly are like mom bloggers about lifestyle, there's a lot of weird things that don't necessarily translate to young adult and new adult authors. So I have to really make a good determination on what I want to include. And this is like in Alicia's ideal fantasy world when the website does itself, and I gain 4 inches of height and lose 100 pounds on my body. So one of these things will happen sooner than the other, and I'm banking on the website happening before the height growth and the weight loss. So that is my overview of what I want my blog to look like, my website to look like when I'm all done. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay?